Hey guys, we're going to discuss hides today. Here we have 4 different sizes from Reptile Basics. They're plastic hides, which I use a lot of. I did get 10 in today of their extra large, which, let me just go ahead and say, it's a little deceiving. But we'll go over all that and some of the pros and cons that I feel, my personal opinion, on the Reptile Basics hides. Let's get started. I do not have any of the minis. I don't, being a retic keeper and a breeder, for retics there's no reason to even consider a mini unless you want something for to cover up the egg in the incubator, and even that, it won't do it. So we're going to start off with the medium size. The reason I say it's deceiving, this is a medium size. For a retic, this is good for about the first 4 to 6 months, and that's it. So, but if you got ball pythons or some of your other smaller snakes, that is a good size. So let me grab something here real quick to kind of my cheater notes. These right here, as I stated, are the mediums, and they sell for $5. Okay, now you can get a package of 25 of these for $108 plus shipping from Reptile Basics. A lot of you know where I stand on Reptile Basics. Not a big fan. However, these hides work really great. Is that worth $5 to a snake keeper? Sure. It offers a great hide. The only problem with these is, and this is a con that you can go down the whole stack with, once these things, if they ever slide over and get underneath the heat, or if you're on a stacked system, the heat coming from the bottom, or even in an enclosure that you've got it set at higher than 88 degrees, these things are going to warp really bad. This is a downfall to a lot of Reptile Basics stuff, to include their heat panels. Their radiant heat panels, to me, I would not use them if they were given to me because of that factor. There is a plastic that if it gets around heat, they are going to warp. And the next thing you know, you're going to go to your enclosure and it's going to look like this. So, for the most part though, if you can keep them away from the heat, keep them at a reasonable temperature, they are great hides. Now, medium, good for retics, 4 to 6 months. You're good to go on that. These also work really good in the FB 40s, FB 70s, and whatever is in between. I don't think there is an in between on your rack systems. Really good to put into racks, but there again, a little high. For me, $5 for a piece of probably 11-cent plastic. I get it though. Corporate America, capitalism, the machinery, the workers, all that plays into play. But I think with them being one of the sole providers of these hides, I think they just don't have competition. So, all right, moving on. This is a large. This is good for up to about 8 to 9, 10 months on a retic. Now, when you look at that, would you consider that a large? That right there, that sizing that they're using, is kind of a hang up for me. I'm a retic guy, so large is relative, okay? Now, with medium, with the large, like I say, 8 to 10 months, and this really varies on how much you feed your animal. This is what I got in today. I got 10 of the extra large. All right, these are good for up to a year, depending on how you're feeding, maybe even a year and a half. Okay, very sturdy. Like I said, if you can keep them away from the heat, They don't like the heat very well, and they do start to warp. And the final size, and this right here, is where we get into my biggest complaint with Reptile Basics. Let's backtrack a little bit. Like I said, $5. You can get a pack of 25 for $108. Very good hides. Keep them away from the heat. Larges, $7. All right, seems like a reasonable upgrade. $2. Yeah, I'll go with that. You can get 10 of these for $62 plus shipping. Keep in mind, there is also tax. They will charge you tax, regardless if you're ordering from out of state or not. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so $5, $7. You're going to see why I'm doing it this way. Then you got your extra large. All right, yeah, what would you say? Transition, about $10 for the extra large. You can get 10 of these shipped to you for $80. Okay, $79, $99, whatever. Plus shipping, plus tax. Now, here's my beef. Jumbo. All right. Noting the transition from medium, large, extra large, jumbo. All right. If somebody knows the answer to this question, please let me know. Please let everybody know. $5, $7, $10, $20, and no discount for bulk. So if you order 10 of these, $200. You order 10 of these, $80. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of extra plastic to me. Not sure the reason for that, but that is my biggest beef with Reptile Basics. And the fact that they do warp under heat. It does take a while, right? It's not something that the snake's gonna slide it over underneath the radiant heat panel, and you're gonna get up the next morning and it's gonna be all cattywampus. Not saying that. It does take some time, and over time it will warp. Biggest beef though, price difference between the extra large and the jumbo. But with me showing you in front of myself, it'll give you a good idea as to how big these things are. Like I said, this is good for 4 to 6 months. You're looking at up to about 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, somewhere around there. Then you can go up to about 1.5 years, again, depending how you feed. A lot of us feed differently. Some of us feed every 2 weeks, some of us feed every week. I've got some male breeders that are getting a rat every 5 days. So it really depends on what your feed system is. But you can tell, given, in relation to me, all right, I'm 5'8", 185 pounds. Judge for yourself. All right. And then, of course, your jumbo. This one's good for a retick up to about 1.5 years to 2 years. Again, depending on how you feed. But it's a good, I haven't had any of these warp, but I do not have many of these. I have a whole bunch of the large, and right now I do have a whole bunch of the extra large. But for the most part, these are good hides. Keep them away from the heat side. And the transition on the price is really good up until you hit jumbo. So again, if somebody knows why there is a 100% increase on the jumbo from the extra large, I'd love to know. Other than the fact that Reptile Basics just wants to make more money off of the hides that are probably more often used. So that is my video on Reptile Basics hides. If you guys have any questions or comments, please use the comment section below. And hopefully this helped you out. www.reptilebasics.com is where you can find these. And if you are going to order some bulk. That way it'll save you a little bit of money. And what else? That should be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative for you. We do have some really cool things coming up. I have ordered 10 more sheets of PVC. I will be building some more enclosures to include an 8-foot by 3-foot enclosure. The difference is we are not going to be doing these slide glass. We're going to be doing 100% drop down doors. It's going to be a process. So seeing as though my part 2 of my DIY video on how to make enclosures, YouTube went ahead and deleted my audio on that video. So I figured now would be a good time to go ahead and redeem myself on that and do another build video, start to finish, but we are going to be doing them with drop down doors instead of sliding glass. So look forward to that. We will. I can't give you a time frame. I don't know when my PVC is going to be here. I'm hoping for next Friday, but we will get that up just as soon as I get it. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative for you. Give me a like, a subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out.